Hi, folks. So, today I want to cover yet another performance optimization technique in Ruby, which is commonly called as memoization or storing the result in a variable and caching it. So, here what I have done is I have created a class by the name Fibonacci calculator, and I have added a benchmark for calculating the time that each of the method uh, call is going to take. So before that, what exactly is caching in a variable? So or memoization. So here in this class we have this some expensive method, right? And what this does is that it calculates Fibonacci result of this value, right? So what will happen is that when we first initialize an object of this class, then if we are not memoizing, so let me just remove this. Now we are not memoizing anything. So what will happen is that every time we call this expensive method, it's going to calculate this result every time. So let me run this. So you can see that here, after initializing the object, I am calling this this expensive method on this object two times. So you can see that every time it is calculating this result for us. So this is the result, and these are the timings, and you can see that both of these are same. But you can basically memoize it by using this. So what this will provide us double pipes. So what this will provide us that once this is calculated, the next time it won't be calculated. So now if I run it, you can see the difference now that although the initial call, if you see right, that this is has increased by some margin, right? Because now it has stored it into this variable. But the next time it is called, it is like super fast, right? So I think it is by magnitude of 10 raised to power 5, I think. So it is like very fast now. Now, and this is happening because we have memoized it using this. Uh, so if you look at like the simple operations also, so if you don't want to calculate anything, you can use this. You want to calculate something only once, or if it's not initialized, then you can use this. Similarly, so this is about when we have a method which doesn't have parameters with them. But what will happen if, say, I want to add a parameter here, right? So for that, I have created this another method. So here, what I have done is that here we can pass a parameter to this, but what it will do is that it will store the calculation in a hash. So if you look at the code here, here we are initializing the hash, and we are doing this. So this is a different way if for a hash to get initialized. So if we have any expensive computation, so at that time we can use this. So just to elaborate on this, so say we have a hash, right? And we are initializing it like this. So say we have not really started with this. So what will happen now is that if I'm trying to find a value, right, it will be equal to nil, right? But what if I want to initialize it with some value? So at that time, what I can do is that I can I can put it here. There can also be some expensive computation. So that's right. So what will happen now is that whenever we are calling it, right, it will go into this block, and this block will be executed for that value. So now whenever we will try to find this, then here it will be equal to whatever is the return value of that some expensive method, right? So this is another way of initializing the values in a hash. So let me just comment this one. So now here what will happen is that we are storing the hash into this result. So it is very similar to how we were doing it when there were no parameters. And at the end, we will just return the result with a key. So what will happen now is that whenever say I am passing save one, right? Now it will come here, it will go inside this. So it will come here, right? Because result has already been initialized with this hash. It has been like lazily initialized that whenever we will try to find this, then the Fibonacci will be calculated. So say I passed in one, right? At that next moment, it will come here, right? And it will try to calculate this, and it will finally result will be returned from here. Now the next time it comes, it will not really execute this block, but it will directly come here. But since we have passed a block to this hash, then at that time it will be calculated. So let's see how this will perform now. So here I have this, here I am calculating this Fibonacci of 20 and Fibonacci of 40 two times. Let's see what's the output now. So now if you will check here that it has like whenever we are calling it the second time, it is like considerably like by the order of magnitude of 1,000, right? It's lesser than what was coming as earlier. So this is a way we can use to basically memoize our methods and store any heavy computation that we have into these memoized methods, and basically make our code run faster. So yeah, that's about it. So let me know in the comments if you have any questions. Thank you.